Coming up on Cooking Crave, we have a new twist on chili and 3 ingredients for a delicious dessert. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rhonda Fitterer.
And I'm Laverne.
And on today's show, we have a great new white chili recipe.
Yes.
Submitted by Pam Cody here of Dickinson.
Yes.
And a great recipe for pineapple pie.
Pineapple pie, and like you said, 3 ingredients.
So easy. And it's your cousin Elaine Schultz, or Elaine Most, that gave us this, correct?
Well, she's not a cousin. She's a good friend, and she lives in Oregon, and I talked to her during the holidays, and she was just telling me about this pie recipe that this pie she made, and I had to get the recipe. I tried it on New Year's and took it to my family, and they all thought it was great. So
all right.
We're going to show you how easy that is.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're going to come over here, and we're going to start with, to make that white chili. And, you know, it sounds a little different, and, you know, I'm surprised that it's out there more than I had anticipated, because I hadn't heard of it. But when Pam told me about it, and she said it was really great, so she said she'd give me the recipe, and I made it, and the whole family just loves it. So
it was good. I had some when you had it last.
Okay, so we're going to turn the oven on. Excuse me, not the oven, just the burner. And we're going to start with, you know, I got my 6-quart Dutch oven here. We're going to saute a little bit of onion and garlic, and I'm going to just saute it in here. Don't make an extra pan dirty, just start with there. So we're going to put about a tablespoon of oil in there. Okay, and then it says to saute a chopped garlic clove.
Okay.
And I really like the garlic flavor in there, so it was actually I had 2 smaller cloves, so just made a nice big one.
Okay.
Whatever. So, and then it says a medium onion, chopped it there also, so I've got that chopped, and we'll just put that in there. And we're going to just, like I said, it's just going to take a little bit to saute that. And then from there, we add chicken breasts. I cook that. I just took some chicken breasts. The recipe says, you know, grilled.
Okay.
This time of year, you know, I don't have the grill on and that, but it works well. Just cut it into small pieces and just cook it in a pan. And I add a little bit of salt and pepper to it when I'm, you know, cooking the chicken.
Okay. And
then we've got garbanzo beans, northern beans, and some corn, and, you know, some, you know, cream and sour cream, and it really is good. So it'll just take a couple of moments for us to get this here, onion and garlic sauteed. Okay, our garlic and onions, we have sauteed them, and now we're just going to add all our ingredients.
Okay.
So we're going to add, it calls for 2 cans of northern beans.
And you leave the juice and everything in?
Yes, you don't drain anything. So just put that all in there. And then 1 can of garbanzo beans.
Okay.
And they're also called chickpeas. So when I was looking for the garbanzo beans, I had seen some that just said chickpeas on it and not garbanzo. But you know, when
probably depending on the brand.
That's right, you know. So, and then a can of corn, you know, the niblets corn, and I just got a whole can here, and we'll just put all of that in there. You don't drain anything.
We usually don't with regular chili either. You just throw it all in.
Yes. And then we're going to add a can of, a 4-ounce can of green chilies, chopped chilies.
Gives it a little bit of kick.
Yes, it does. And, you know, if you like a little bit of more kick, spice to your chili, I'd add 2 cans.
Okay.
You know, if you like a little hotter chili. And then it calls for, it says 14 ounces of your chicken broth, and I don't use the canned, I just make my own. And I use 2 tablespoons of, you know, the granulated chicken in with some water, and boil that. Now, the recipe does call for a teaspoon of salt. And I find that the chicken broth, you know, the granulars are a little bit saltier than when you're using a can of chicken broth.
Okay.
So don't put no salt in until afterwards, you know, until you taste it, if you're going to use your own, make your own broth.
Okay, good
So,
tip.
and it half a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of cumin powder.
Okay.
And our chicken. And when I cooked my chicken, I added a little bit of pepper and added a little salt in with the chicken there too, and that's why I don't want to add additional salt at this time.
Sure. Well, you just fried this chicken, but for people that possibly would have a George Foreman grill or an indoor grill like that, you could certainly still do a grilled chicken.
Yes, you could, absolutely. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then, while this is simmering, we'll make our pineapple pie.
Sounds great.
And that, so. And we'll just stir that once in a while. And again, if you're ones that like a real thick chili, you know, and this does make it fairly thick, but if you like it a little thinner, just add a little bit more water to it, or, you know, a little bit more chicken broth.
Okay,
and stuff.
sounds great.
So while that is simmering, we're going to go over here and start our pineapple pie.
Okay.
And we're just going to start with a prepared graham cracker crust. There, put that to the side. And it says 2 cups of sour cream.
And this is a no-bake.
It's no
Pie
bake.
as well.
That's correct. So, got that there.
Now,
And
did Elaine tell you where she got this recipe?
no, she hadn't.
Okay.
She was just telling me about it, and while we were visiting, she was just saying her husband Johnny just went to the fridge to get another piece of pie.
Oh, okay.
And that's how that come about, you know, where she was telling me about it. So we appreciate getting recipes from all over the country. So.
Well, definitely,
Yeah.
because even if you just have one recipe, you're like, oh, this would go great with this.
That's right, yeah. Okay, so we're going to just drain that pineapple in there, and then we're going to take a big box of instant vanilla pudding.
Okay.
That's the one that you would use 3 cups of milk with.
Okay.
So we're just going to put that in there, and you just whip that, just take a spatula or a spoon and just blend that together.
Does this take long to set up after you've prepared it?
It doesn't. It doesn't take long at all. And you can just see, just putting in the vanilla pudding with the sour cream, it really is a pretty thick batter. It's not, so it's a matter of just mixing it up. Your sour cream is chilled, and you know, once you, even just putting it in the fridge for about an hour, and I think, you know, it's all ready to go.
Okay.
And it says crushed pineapple, and Elaine, I didn't have the crushed pineapple, I had the tidbits, and she said, oh, that'll work out great too. So there, we're just going to put that in there. And you don't have to worry about getting that pineapple drained really well. Just drain it a little bit and then put it in there, because, whoop, I think we got a little bit of extra pineapple here. Just mix that up, because with that vanilla pudding in there, you have all of that, you know, it is quite thick. Mm-hmm. So a little bit of juice is just fine.
Probably blends a little bit easier
Mix it
if it has a little juice
Yes.
in it.
And that pineapple juice is always good. You know, I never throw that out. I'll drink it just like orange juice. It's good. So we just got it mixed well with our spatula.
Okay.
And then we're going to pour that in here.
This I see this as a great dessert on a summer day where it doesn't take long to make and it's cool and refreshing, and put a little whipped cream on top and
yes, absolutely. And you're always looking for something quick and easy and ready to go.
especially for camping, this would be perfect.
Probably anything, right? Okay, now we've put that in there. And just to have a little added touch, I crushed 1 graham cracker.
Okay.
And we're just going to garnish it with that. And it's optional if you like that or whatever. But you know, another thing too, I think you could top this with Cool Whip if you like. We didn't, because I think with the sour cream in there and all that, it just seemed to be just enough. But if you like extra topping, you know,
Sure.
I would put that on there.
You can always add.
Yeah, and that was just 1 graham cracker, you know, crushed is what I used.
Okay.
And being this was a crust that I did purchase, and which makes it easy. And you know, it comes with this on top of the crust. Just take that off and then just put that over the top of the pie, and then you can put it in the refrigerator and you already got it covered.
Sounds great.
Okay, so let's just check to see how our soup is doing. It's not, you know, no 30 minutes yet, so we just want to stir it, and that's getting to, you know, to a boiling point. So we'll just have to let that simmer for, you know, about another, you know, maybe 15-20 minutes yet. So.
Okay.
Okay, we've had our white chili here simmering about 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is turn off the burner and leave it on. Then we're going to add 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream.
Okay.
Or heavy cream there. And a cup of sour cream.
Okay.
And that's going to be all the ingredients for our white chili.
Actually, really easy.
It is. It goes quickly, and you know, on our cold winter days that we have and are getting, I mean, a bowl of chili is always really good.
Well, and it's easy, something that you can freeze and take out small portions for lunch if you don't want to have the whole kettle.
Yes.
You're not serving a big crowd.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So it makes a nice portion of, you know, a soup or chili, I should say. I would say you probably could serve at least, you know, 4 to 6 people very easily with generous portions of this. So I'll just mix that up there, and let's just bring it in. After you put in the cream and the sour cream, you just let it, you know, just to heat it up and that. But everything's good and hot. You don't have to simmer it any longer or whatever. It's ready to go.
Okay.
So we're going to bring it over here, and let's just put it on our trivet here, and let's just serve some out here. And as we're looking here, I mean, you can see the beans and the chicken there, and it just a good, nice helping there. And if you wanted to, you know, have crackers or something with it, anything that you know,
Sure.
would. So.
Well, and you know, and this is the meal in itself. You don't necessarily have to have anything, but like you said, crackers, oyster crackers, just to put on top. I know a lot of people like to have that with soups or chilies.
Absolutely. So there we go. And so on any hot, cold winter night or day, I think this would be a, you know, a crowd pleaser.
Well, definitely.
Or a family pleaser if you're not having a crowd, right?
Right.
Okay.
Again, we'd like to thank, it was Pam Cody.
Yes.
That provided us this recipe, and I have tasted it. It is wonderful, and I do recommend it to any of our viewers. And got to thank, I was thinking it was always a cousin of yours, but not, Elaine Most, for this delicious pie recipe. Quick, easy, throw together anytime. Yes. You're invited at the last minute to luncheon or a picnic.
Or
try it.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
So.
And to get these recipes, just go to Consolidated's website, www.ctctel.com, and please submit your recipe for us to cook for you. We'd also like to thank the workshop as our sponsor. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.